All right, here we go with the 24-25 Series 1 random case break number 1. We're going to be opening up 12 boxes of Series 1 today from the sealed case right over here. Yeah, the tape's a little funky there, but still fully sealed. Leave that for a moment. Over here, we've got everyone in their requested spot numbers, starting with Darren in spot number 1, all the way down to Jordan Mack in spot 32. We're going to randomize this 3 times. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Randomize 3 times. Going to go through it slow. I will be adding it to the Excel sheet and listing it off afterwards with the teams as well. Bear with me for just a second. Okay. Now we've got all 32 NHL teams here in alphabetical order, starting with the Anaheim Ducks, all the way down to the Winnipeg Jets. Randomize this 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. 3 times. I'll go through it slow again, but I will be listing everything off for you. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to get everything into the Excel sheet, list it all off. 1 moment, please. All right, over here we've got the Excel sheet with everyone in their spot numbers. So Builderview has Tampa Bay, KK has Vancouver, Jordan Winnipeg, Nick Los Angeles, Builder Toronto, Bruins has the Devils, MJ has Pittsburgh, Alex has Boston, B-Hawk has Carolina, Nords Calgary, Jacob Washington, T-Emoji has Chicago, Nords has Columbus, KK has Colorado, CK Rubal has Las Vegas, T-Emoji has Ottawa, Darren has Arizona, Nords Nashville, Darren has San Jose, Nords Philadelphia, Builder has Edmonton, Kirby has Montreal, Papa 11 has Detroit, DeJacula has Anaheim, Ian has Buffalo, Darren has Seattle, Ian has the Islanders, Alex Florida, Nick Minnesota, KK has St. Louis, Bruins Dallas, and MJ has the Rangers. Okay. Let me get this all organized here. Perfect. All right. I'll open up this sealed case for you. It's 12 boxes of 24-25 Series 1 Hobby. Go. Matt's joining me today.
All right, let's do this.
There we go. Best of luck to everyone in the break. Let's see what we can pull.
Young Gun since 1990.
Young Gun since 1990. Have you seen any
You
of the
weren't
new?
even alive then.
No, not for another 8 years. All right, best of luck. Just gonna move base off to the side. What do you think of the design this year, Matt?
They're pretty good.
Yeah. I wasn't a fan of the electric design when I first saw it, but in person it's a lot better. Ooh, that's cool. Young Guns renewed. color shot in that. What do you
I
think
want
we're
to
gonna
put them all
pull?
together, but we'll see.
Ooh, that's a great one right off the bat. Box number 1's going great.
Freaking news. I'm just gonna put all the regular inserts together.
That's what I'm doing. I just do
I used to.
the horizontal and the
keep
vertical
them
ones.
to get like together, but
Yeah. It's okay. Aiden can sort them. Oh. This is a great box so far. Wow. Look at that. Clear cut, Hudson
I thought
canvas.
mine was good, but yours is better. So they had a deluxe gun, then the black and white canvas gun.
I don't know why the product is awesome this year. We've seen some crazy stuff come out of it for customers
Breaking
too.
news.
Breaking
Checkpoint.
news. That, yeah, Builder, I think it is. There is some damage on it, so unfortunately, whoever got that card will have to contact Upper Deck at the top. Yes. Not ideal. That'll have to be. But it is a pretty solid hit. It's not the Young Guns renewed for it, but it's still a really sweet hit. Oh, Builder has no volume. I've been talking to him as if he has volume. Okay. Base off to the side. Okay, these we'll do one.
Yeah, they're so good in one
Yeah, they're fine in one pile.
pile.
I'm gonna save that for the end because it is damaged. And it's a pretty sweet hit. Okay. Box number 1. Starting off. Oh, we'll get that focus one way or another. Going to Edmonton, Colorado. This will have to be randomed off between Toronto and Ottawa at the end of the break. So put that to the side for now. Winnipeg, Minnesota, Boston, Los Angeles, Boston, Florida, going to Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Ottawa, Boston, Rangers, Montreal, Anaheim, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Edmonton, Dallas, and Elper Silver going to Toronto, William Nylander. We got a clear-cut base card going to Columbus, Dmitry Voronkov. Got Young Guns renewed going to, I guess this would be, yeah, this would be the Kings. It's weird not seeing, I wasn't around for this. Young Guns renewed going to Chicago, Patrick Kane. And Young Guns renewed going to Pittsburgh, Ryan Malone. Got a Canvas Young Gun box number 1 going to Montreal, if we can get the focus on it right here. Lane Hudson. Strong start for box number 1. Got a Young Gun checklist, which will be random off between Anaheim and Dallas at the end of the break. Cutter Gauthier and Logan Stankoven. Onto the Young Guns, going to Anaheim, Zellweger. Going to Washington, Pietrek Dubé. Going to the Islanders, Kyle McLean. Going to the Kings, Akil Thomas. Going to Ottawa, Zach Ostabuchik. Going to Montreal, Logan Malo. And Right here, this card is damaged, unfortunately. Going to Edmonton. Red Outburst, 25/25, Connor McDavid. If you had Edmonton in the break at the top here, you can see there is a bit of foil damage on the top and a little bit of creasing as well. We're an Upper Deck authorized breaker, so if you had any damaged cards that come out of the break, you can contact Upper Deck and they will do what they can to help you.
They better do what they can.
Yeah. All right. Box number 2. Going to New Jersey. Crystal, I had listed them off in the beginning of the break. Give me 1 second. Do you know your username for the website? Going Edmonton, Toronto, Nashville. Okay, give me 1 second. Going to Winnipeg, Kings, Minnesota, Toronto, Elper Silver going to Detroit, Gaming XP, which will be random off between Detroit and Columbus at the end of the break. Put that to the side for now. This one is going to St. Louis, Robert Thomas. Field of view, if it'll focus for us. There we go. This will be rounded off between Anaheim and Utah at the end of the break. McTavish and Clayton Keller. For this break, Arizona is Utah. Going to Columbus. Going to Carolina. Las Vegas. Montreal. Winnipeg. The Islanders. Ottawa. UD Canvas. Going to Florida. Sergei Bobrovsky. Sorry guys, bit of a focus issue right now. There we go, Florida. Going to Chicago, second year Connor Bedard canvas. Going to Tampa Bay. Got a pop count 1,000 going to the Rangers, Brennan Othman. Breaking news going to St. Louis and Dallas. Young Guns renewed going to Pittsburgh, Marc-Andre Fleury. Going to Washington, John Carlson. Going to the Islanders, John Tavares. We got a black and white canvas Young Guns going to San Jose, Shakir. Oh, took 2 there. UD Canvas Young Guns going to Columbus, Gavin Brindley. Out of the Young Guns, we've got a deluxe out of 250 going to the Devils, Graham Clark. Going to Montreal, Joshua Waugh. For Dallas, Logan Stankoven. Going to Anaheim. Oops, sorry. Sam Colangelo. Going to Chicago, Ethan Del Maestro. Going to Colorado, Jason Poulin. And going to Minnesota, Jesper Wallstedt. The names mess with you the first time, every time.
Gotta do more.
Right? Box number 3. If we can get the focus sorted here. This will be rounded off between Edmonton and Calgary at the end of the break. Draisaitl and Kadri. Going to Detroit. This will be rounded off between the Kings and Anaheim at the end of the break. Byfield and Zegras. Going to Buffalo. Going to the Islanders. Vancouver. Colorado. Florida. Pittsburgh. Toronto. Edmonton. Colorado. Florida. Boston. Chicago, A-Lines. Rangers. Oilers, Edmonton. Going to Winnipeg. Boston. Philadelphia. Calgary. Detroit. Minnesota. Took 2 there. Boston. Upper Silver going to Toronto, Joseph Wall. Got a clear cut base card going to Minnesota, Matt Boldy. Got a Young Guns renewed going to Philadelphia, Claude Giroux. Nice. Going to Washington, Young Guns renewed, Alex Ovechkin. And going to Winnipeg, Mark Scheifele. Oh, wow. That's a big one, Matt. Going to Washington, Young Guns renewed exclusive, 98 of 100, Alex Ovechkin. Nice hit. On to the Young Guns. Going to San Jose, Colin Graff. Got a checklist. Ran it off between Anaheim and Dallas at the end of the break. Cutter Gauthier and Stan Coven. Going to Dallas, Maverick Bork. Going to the Islanders, Ruslan Ishikov. Going to Pittsburgh, Jack St. Ivany. And going to Arizona, now the Utah Hockey Club, Cameron Crotty. Box number 4. Matt's already got it ready. Starting off going to New Jersey. Yes, Crystal, before I do that, 1 second. You had spot 21 initially, so what's your name, Crystal J? Is it... Yeah, it is. Jacob. Okay, so Jacob, hang on 1 second. Jacob, you had Washington, so congratulations, you got the OV exclusive Young Guns renewed. That is a massive hit. Yeah, big hit, congratulations. Going to New Jersey, when this will focus for me again. New Jersey, Colorado, Winnipeg, Seattle, Washington, Anaheim, Tampa Bay, Nashville, Florida, Toronto, Rangers. Rounded off between San Jose and Anaheim at the end of the break. Eklund and Terry. Side. Going to Toronto, Colorado. Rounded off between the Kings and Florida at the end of the break. Drew Doughty and Matthew Tkachuk. Going to Vancouver, Dallas, Ottawa, Calgary, Pittsburgh, Vegas, Carolina. Black and white canvas going to Toronto, Matthew Nyes. Young Guns renewed going to Pittsburgh, Sidney Crosby. Going to Tampa Bay, Victor Hedman. And going to Ottawa, Mark Stone. Pop count 1000 going to Anaheim, Cutter Gauthier. Elper Silver going to Philadelphia. Travis Sanham. Got a Young Guns canvas going to Montreal, Joshua Waugh. Young Guns going to Vegas, Mason Morelli. Going to Montreal, Joshua Waugh. Going to Winnipeg, Brad Lambert. Going to Dallas, Maverick Bork. Going to Carolina, Scott Morrow. And going to Utah Hockey Club, Cameron Crotty. That's awesome, Jacob. Like, amazing first group break ever. Next up, going to St. Louis. Boston, Anaheim, Detroit, Carolina. Rounded off between Pittsburgh and Philadelphia at the end of the break, Malkin and Cordier. Going to Florida, Winnipeg, Pittsburgh. Going to Arizona. Rounded off at the end of the break between Buffalo and Toronto, Tage Thompson and Austin Matthews. Going to Las Vegas, Vancouver, Minnesota, Boston, Vancouver. Got a Young Guns renewed going to LA, Anze Kopitar. Going to Philadelphia, Sergei Bobrovsky. And going to Edmonton, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Okay, going to the Islanders, Winnipeg. A-lines for Minnesota, Tampa Bay, Boston, Ottawa, Dallas, St. Louis. Upper silver going to Florida, Anton Lundell. Got a clear-cut base going to New Jersey, Simon Nemec. Gaming PvP out of 199 rounded off between Calgary and Vancouver at the end of the break. Quinn Hughes and Mackenzie Weegar. On to the Young Guns, going to the Islanders, Ruslan Ishikov. Going to Minnesota. Sorry, it's just tough to read the silver on it. Liam Ogren. Going to Colorado, Joshua Pollan. Going to Anaheim, Cutter Gauthier. Going to Las Vegas, Brendan Brisson. And going to Columbus, James Malatesta. Oh, lucky 21 for sure. Be a lot of randoms at the end of the break, Matt.
Getting ready.
Gonna have to. Next box. Going to Buffalo, Devin Levi. Going to Arizona, Utah, Dallas, LA, Detroit, Carolina. Rounded off between San Jose and Las Vegas, Zetterlund and Eichel. Going to Edmonton. Rounded off between Calgary and Vancouver, Weegar and Hughes. Going to New Jersey, LA, Carolina, Boston, Washington, Tampa Bay. Got a Young Guns renewed going to Pittsburgh, Ryan Whitney. Going to, bear with me, LA, Tyler Toffoli. Going to San Jose, Logan Couture. Going to be rounded off between Anaheim and Utah, McTavish and Keller. Going to Toronto, San Jose, Montreal, Florida, Toronto, Buffalo, Nashville, San Jose. Got a deluxe base out of 250 going to Winnipeg, Connor Hellebuck. Got an Elper Silver Young Guns going to Montreal, Joshua Waugh. Onto our Young Guns going to Carolina, Bradley Nadeau. Going to Chicago, Landon Slaggert. Going to New Jersey, Graham Clark. Going to Pittsburgh, Jackson Ivany. Going to Columbus, Luca Dabel-Beluz. Going to Anaheim, Sam Colangelo. We're gonna get started on this one. I'm going to clarify to make sure. If we have two of the exact same card being random, goes one to each person. Perfect. That will make my life easier at the end.
To be fair,
What do you think about it so far, Matt? I like the product.
pretty good.
I can't really speak for another breaker. Holden McDavid out of 25 and an Ovi out of 100 in the same one.
And the packs are easy to open.
Yeah. They're breaker friendly.
Unlike 2021 extended.
Oh, 2021 extended is brutal. Those packs would not open worth anything.
That's agent.
No, staging's not in anymore, no.
No, I don't think so.
So, what are we doing with the guys that are not in the league anymore?
Oh, it goes to the team that he's on. That's
Okay,
the card.
just on the card, perfect. Oh yeah, there's amazing value in this break builder. I'm not sure if you have your sound on and can hear me yet or not, but it's pretty sweet. Good distribution of team hits, and their Young Guns Renewed definitely help it out a lot too. Alright, next up. Inbots going to Edmonton. Yeah, the jersey break's going to be crazy. There's 3 McDavid autographed jerseys, a Bedard autographed jersey, some boxes of 23-24 SP Authentic, which is really expensive to begin with, and every person walks away with a hobby box. I think the lowest price on the list is a 22-23 clear cut combined hobby box. So amazing value, especially when you see what we're opening too. Washington, New Jersey, Montreal, Detroit, Rangers, Tampa Bay. Going to be random off between Washington and Pittsburgh at the end of the break. Ovechkin and Erik Karlsson. Going to the Rangers, Tampa Bay. Randomed off between Chicago and St. Louis. Peter Mrazek and Jordan Binnington. Going to Minnesota, St. Louis. Going to Colorado, Nashville, St. Louis. Black Canvas going to Toronto, Mitch Marner. Going to Florida, Boston, Calgary, Chicago, Connor Bedard, second-year Dazzlers. I like the design this year. Nashville, Florida, Dallas, Calgary, Toronto. On to Young Guns Renewed, going to Minnesota, Brent Burns. Going to Carolina, Jeff Skinner. Going to Colorado, Nathan McKinnon. Under our Young Guns, we get an Outburst Silver going to Las Vegas, Mason Morelli. Going to New Jersey, Graham Clark. Going to Arizona, Utah, Matt Villalta. Going to Las Vegas, Brendan Breeson. Going to Carolina, Scott Morrow. Going to Anaheim, Olin Zellweger. And going to Calgary, Yan Kuznetsov. Cameron's got a couple prep for me here. Going to Las Vegas, LA, Arizona, Utah, Islanders, Vancouver, Pittsburgh, Boston. Oh, that is out of 99. Jeremy Swayman, UD Portraits, 83 of 99. Going to Arizona, Utah, Detroit, Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay, Toronto. Going to be randomed off between Colorado and Minnesota at the end of the break. Makar and Kaprizov. Going to Colorado, Washington, Minnesota, Las Vegas, Montreal, Minnesota, Boston, Buffalo, Toronto, Seattle, Young Guns renewed, going to Chicago, Tuomo Ruutu. Wow.
Yeah.
Going to Ottawa, Mika Zibanejad. And going to Philadelphia, Jeff Carter. Going to Colorado, Carolina. Elper Silver going to Washington. Got a deluxe base going to Minnesota. Joel Eriksson Ek. Canvas Young Guns going to Minnesota, Liam Ogren. Onto our Young Guns going to Tampa Bay, Gage Goncalves. Going to San Jose, Colin Graff. Going to Dallas, Logan Stankoven. Going to the Rangers, Brennan Othman. Going to Minnesota, Murat. And going to Chicago, Ethan Del Mastro. All right, going to Washington, Ottawa, St. Louis, Florida, Carolina, Chicago, City Satellites, Connor Bedard, second year, Tampa Bay, Colorado, Montreal, Rangers, Seattle, Boston, UD Portraits, Connor Bedard, Chicago, Islanders. We ran off between Florida and Tampa Bay at the end of the break. Bobrovsky and Vasilevsky. Going to Ottawa, Detroit. Randomed off between between Toronto and Montreal. Mitch Marner and Cole Caulfield. Going to LA, Vancouver, Detroit, Toronto. Young Guns renewed going to St. Louis, TJ Oshie. Going to Boston, Brad Marchand. And going to Toronto, Matt Stajan. Going to Montreal. Nice. Pop count 1,000 going to Chicago. Second year, Connor Bedard. Got a Young Guns canvas going to Dallas, Logan Stankoven. We got a clear cut Young Guns going to Winnipeg, Nikita Shibrikov. Nice. Got a Elper Silver Young Gun going to Arizona, Utah, Cameron Crotty. Going to Arizona, Utah, Matt Villalta. Vancouver, Arshdeep Baines. Going to Calgary, Jan Kuznetsov. Going to Arizona, Utah, Josh Doan. Going to Toronto, Marshall Refi. And going to Tampa Bay, Emil Lilleberg. All right, next box. Going to Nashville, Islanders, Columbus, Winnipeg, Utah, Arizona, Florida, Toronto, Going to be random off between Seattle and Vancouver at the end of the break. Matty Beniers and Elias Pettersson. Going to Tampa Bay. Seattle. Going to be randomed off between the Rangers and the Devils at the end of the break. Trouba and Jack Hughes. Going to Boston. Carolina. Rangers. Tampa Bay. Washington. New Jersey. LA. Edmonton. Young Guns renewed going to Boston. Tim Thomas. Going to Dallas. Jamie Benn. Going to Nashville. Roman Josi. Going to Carolina. Rangers. Philadelphia. New Jersey. Alper Silver Base going to Las Vegas. Aiden Hale. Going to Nashville. Going to Washington. Onto our Young Guns. Going to Philadelphia. Ivan Fedotov. Going to Minnesota. Jesper Wallstedt. Going to San Jose. Shakir. Going to the Rangers. Matt Rempe. Going to Winnipeg. Nikita Shiprikov. And going to Ottawa. Zach Ostapuchik. Thank you. Box 11. Going to Anaheim. It'll focus for me. Anaheim. Chicago. Edmonton. Connor McDavid. Got a Canvas Young Guns going to Columbus. Luca Del Bel Beluz. Nice hit. Got a black and white canvas going to the Rangers. Adam Fox. Going to be random off between Washington and Carolina at the end of the break. Tom Wilson and Sebastian Aho. Going to Toronto. Tampa Bay. New Jersey. Pittsburgh. Nashville. Chicago. Bedard and Korchinski. Going to Dallas. Arizona, Utah. Washington. Sorry guys, 1 second. It's just not focusing for me. This one's going to Boston. It might just be too high foil. UD Portraits going to Vancouver. New Jersey. This St. Louis. Winnipeg. Vancouver. Florida. Columbus. Detroit. Young Guns renewed going to San Jose. Joe Pavelski. Going to Colorado. Ryan O'Reilly. Going to Toronto. Nazem Kadri. Alper Silver going to Arizona, Utah. Nick Schmaltz. Got a deluxe out of 250 going to Vancouver. Quinn Hughes. Onto our Young Guns. Going to St. Louis. Zach Dean. Going to Vegas. Lucas Cormier. Going to Columbus. Gavin Brindley. Going to Tampa Bay. Maxwell Crozier. Going to Washington. Pierrick Dubé. Going to Boston. Justin Brazeau. While Matt works on the last box, I'm going to start organizing this lovely stack of cards that are going to be random. I'm going to see if we have any doubles first and kind of go from there. There's a lot. Hughes. We have a lot of these cards. Terry, Young Guns, Byfield Zegras. I don't think we doubled up on many.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. The ones we doubled up on are variants. We can't even use them. Yeah. Every single one's... Oh, okay. Perfect. So we have 2 Young Gun checklists. So one's going to go to Dallas, one's going to go to Anaheim, just to make it even. Slot 17, you were C. Kerbal.
There's the last one.
Okay, thanks, Matt. 1 second. You have Las Vegas. Okay. So I have all of these here. I'm going to do those after the break. Yes, you have Vegas. Box number 12. Yeah, that's true, Builder. I'll check with Matt to see. Starting off, going to the Islanders. Columbus. Dallas. Utah, Arizona. Florida. Edmonton. New Jersey. Vancouver. Minnesota. Edmonton. Calgary. Florida. Minnesota. Pittsburgh. Anaheim. Tampa Bay. Under our Young Guns renewed. Once it focuses, sorry you guys. Going to the Islanders, Brock Nelson. Going to Washington, Nicholas Backstrom. And going to Anaheim, Ryan Getzlaf. Edmonton. Rounded off at the end between Chicago and Nashville, Seth Jones and Philip Forsberg. Just going to add that to the pile. Rangers, Tampa Bay, Minnesota. Between Chicago and Detroit to the pile. Going to Montreal. Montreal. Elper Silver going to Nashville. Montreal. Got an exclusives out of 100 base going to Florida. Sam Bennett. Under our Young Guns, going to St. Louis, Zachary Bolduc. Going to Montreal, Logan Malo. Going to the Islanders, Kyle McLean. Going to Chicago, Frank Nazar. Going to LA, Akil Thomas. And going to Montreal, what a way to end off, Lane Hudson. Hey, Matt. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to see what we want to do because there's so many of these. Just to see if we could save time between doing a random for every single one. Hey, Melissa. Can you get Matt for me? Yeah, sounds good, Builder. We have 23 randoms.
Okay.
Would you like to do a left-right random for every single one? Just like left side gets it or right side gets it? And then list off who gets what? Or do you want me to do 26 individual randoms 3 times? Or 23 individual randoms?
Well, we've always, I know like left right is,
Okay, I'll go through and do it.
but we've never deviated from.
Okay.
Just so it's, I know it's a pain. I didn't realize that there's that many.
Yeah, okay. Give me a couple minutes, guys. I'll have to go through and get 23 randoms.
You could probably do like 4 at a time, and then like write them down, then do another 4 instead of opening up 23.
Yeah,
Stuff,
yeah.
Whatever works.
Okay.
I know left right is maybe something we can just put in going forward, but just to
Yeah.
not deviate from what we've always done.
All right, give me a couple minutes, guys. I got to get all this set up. All right, we're going to start off with the first couple of the randoms. We're starting off with Vancouver and Seattle. I'm going to randomize this 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Seattle gets the Pettersson and Beniers. Okay. Next one, Toronto and Ottawa. Randomized 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Toronto gets the Tavares and Stützle. All right. Next up, Florida and Tampa. 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Florida gets the Bobrovsky and Vasilevsky. Next up, Washington and Carolina. 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Washington gets the Wilson and Aho. Calgary, Vancouver. This is the Weegar and Hughes. 1, 2, 3. Vancouver gets the Weegar and Hughes. Chicago, St. Louis. 1, 2, 3. St. Louis gets the Mrazek and Binnington. Colorado and Minnesota. 1, 2, 3. Colorado gets the Makar and Kaprizov. Rangers and Devils. 1, 2, 3. Devils get the Hughes and Trouba. Okay, give me 1 minute to make more of these. So next up is the Zetterlund and Eichel. So San Jose and Vegas. Randomized 3 times. 1, 2, 3. San Jose gets the Zetterlund and Eichel. Next up, Washington and Pittsburgh. 1, 2, 3. Washington gets the Ovechkin and Carlson. Next up is the Kings and Florida. 1, 2, 3. Kings get the Doughty and Matthew Tkachuk. Next up, Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. 1, 2, 3. Pittsburgh gets the Malkin and Courtier. Next up, Buffalo and Toronto. 1, 2, 3. Buffalo gets the Thompson and Matthews. Next up, Anaheim and Utah. 1, 2, 3. Anaheim gets the McTavish and Keller. Detroit and Columbus. 1, 2, 3. Columbus gets the Cider and Fantilli. Next up, Edmonton and Calgary. 1, 2, 3. Calgary gets the Kadri and Draisaitl. Okay, couple more. Bear with me. Okay, let me just get these over now. 1, 2, 3, and these ones behind. Okay. Getting low in the pile now, guys.
Good work.
Thanks. 7 more to go.
Can't get in here.
He's got that standing desk in the way.
Oh. That was rough. Oof. Yeah.
Cheese okay on the burger or no cheese?
Yeah, it's a bacon burger. It's cheese and bacon.
All right, last little batch of these. So we got Kings and we got Anaheim 3 times. 1, 2, 3. The Kings get the Byfield and the Zegras. Okay, San Jose and Anaheim for the Eklund and Terry. 1, 2, 3. Anaheim gets the Eklund and Terry. Okay. Chicago and Detroit. 1, 2, 3. Detroit gets the Bedard and DeBrincat. Okay. This is Utah and Anaheim. This is the speckled one. McTavish and Clayton Keller. 1, 2, 3. Utah gets the speckled McTavish and Keller. Okay. Toronto, Montreal. This is the speckled Marner and Caulfield. 1, 2, 3. Toronto gets the speckled Marner and Caulfield. Now we have the green Weegar and Hughes out of 199 between Calgary and Vancouver. 1, 2, 3. Vancouver gets the out of 199 Weegar and Hughes. And our last one, Chicago and Nashville, Seth Jones and Philip Forsberg. 1, 2, 3. Nashville gets the Jones and Forsberg. All right. That is everything for this break finally. Thank you guys very much for coming out. If you're interested, we do have the big one break, which is posted up on our website now. It is a very big break. We are opening up a huge amount of boxes and we are giving away an insane amount as well. We have 3 autographed McDavid jerseys, UDA authenticated, a Connor Bedard autographed Chicago jersey, AJ's authenticated, 4 boxes of 23-24 SPA, 4 boxes of 23-24 Series 2 hobby, Metal Universe, 23-24 Ice, 23-24 SPA, a Juniors hobby box, a Byfield autographed puck, which is also UDA authenticated, whole bunch of Series 2 tins, 24-25 Series 1 hobby, and 22-23 clear cut hobby. If you're interested, those are up on the website. Thank you guys very much, and have a good one.